Welcome. On this episode, a New York City housing building where a child fell 6 floors. That's right, people, 6 floors, because the windows did not have the guards that the building required. We talk about that and more. That starts right now on Chris Talks.
Can you feel it? Can you feel it?
What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up, everybody? Can I get some background for the phone now? Wood? Here we go. That's nice. Yeah, I like it. All right. What's up, listeners? Welcome to Chris Talks. I am your host, Chris Talk, where we talk about any and everything under the sun. So, this first story is about a New York City Housing Authority building where a child fell 6 floors because some a-hole took the guards off the window. What the heck is going on? People, let's keep it real. Let's keep it real. All right. So before we get right into that story, y'all already know all the links and everything is right up on y'all screen. Okay. Y'all could check this taping out on Chris Talks 1190. That's on YouTube. Okay. So let's get into the story. Ed. Okay. But anyway, I want to say welcome back to Ed and everybody else. Right before we get into the story, welcome back, Ed. Welcome back, all my listeners, because we had this whole week off for school, and I'm a parent, so, had to sit out there with the kids and all that good stuff. Got a chance to play around with them and everything like that. And then I come back to work, and this is what I got to hear. Ain't this some bull? You know what I mean? But, listen, man, we just got to make it do what it do. All right, Ed, so drop that first report on me. Let it do what it do. Check this out, y'all.
New York, NY. Two young children were injured in separate incidents on Sunday after falling out of windows in New York City apartment buildings. According to a report in the New York Post, the accidents occurred just hours apart, and both children fell from windows without proper guarding. The first incident happened at around 11:30 a.m. at the Chelsea Houses public housing complex on 420 West 26th Street. A 3-year-old girl fell from a 6th-floor apartment after climbing on a bed pushed against an unguarded window. She fell approximately 60 feet and landed on a grassy area below. The child was rushed to Bellevue Hospital in critical but stable condition. Sources reported that there were 5 other children and 3 adults in the apartment at the time of the accident. And the window did not have window guards as required by city law. Later in the day, a 2-year-old girl fell from a 5th-story window at an apartment building on Beachcourt Boulevard in Far Rockaway and was taken to Long Island Jewish Children's Hospital in stable condition. Under New York City law, window guards are required by landlords in apartments where children are present. The New York City Housing Authority operated the building in the first incident. The location and owner of the Far Rockaway building is unknown at this time. The news was first reported by the New York Post. In all buildings with 3 or more apartments, New York City law requires that building owners install window guards if a 10-year-old or younger child lives there, or if the tenant or occupant requests window guards for any reason. Back quote.
Thank you for that report. Thank you to Ed, our head AI guy, whatever. So yeah, this story was a little bit crazy. 2 separate incidents happening in 2 separate places. One happening in the Chelsea houses. But listen, this is what I want to say to all y'all people out there. But this was definitely an adult. Okay? When you take your little screen out, take the bars and stuff off, because y'all do it. Let's not front. People, we do it. Okay? If you ever I've lived in the PJs before. You ever lived in the PJs, you know when the summertime comes, you take that guard off so you can put your AC in. Okay? You know you do that. Okay? What you need to remember is, when you do that, when fall or winter it starts to get cold, you need to make that appointment with housing for them to reinstall the guard. it shouldn't cost you nothing if you keep the dang on guard and not bend it up and break it. Or if you want to be a lazy person, lock the damn window. Don't open the window. Don't leave the window open knowing that there's no guard there and you're on such a high floor. 6th floor. Why the hell do you think you want to need a guard? You on the 4th floor. Why do you think you want to need a guard? And you have children up there. I mean, come on. This law it's stated for a reason. It's there for a reason. Even people who don't live in the projects, that live in houses, if they got young children, they still put guards on their windows. I mean, I know my mom did it. When I was growing up, my mom, she had guards on the windows. Hell yeah, she had guards on the windows. Because ain't nobody sneaking in, ain't nobody sneaking out. You ain't sneaking no girls up in here. She gonna have to squeeze through that damn guard. Shoot, not through the window. They ain't getting up in here. Especially if you on the 1st floor. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. All right. What was that next story? Because this one was like, I don't understand it. You have children, okay? Get the damn don't open the window until you buy the air conditioner. If you ain't got the air conditioner, leave the window locked. Like what kind of grown-ups are these? What these had to be some idiots. Idiots. Yeah, where was one of them? One was in what I said, yeah, Chelsea Housing. And then the other one, where was the other one at? And some other projects, right? But they said, Far Rockaway. It was in Far Rockaway, right? Yeah, it was in the Far Rockaway building. But, like they said, it's operated by the New York Housing Authority. So come on. Housing, I think, in housing, there should be like every 3 months or every time the season change, there should be an inspection where they check your windows and everything and all that stuff, and they come and replace whatever is broken or whatever. But then again, ladies and gentlemen, we talk about the New York City housing. Like, come on. Let's be honest. They don't do ish. Nothing. Half the time they don't do nothing. Now, do these people have a lawsuit? No. Because they took out the goddamn on bars. If they didn't take out the bars, those kids would have been fine. Now, what's going to come into play, and I'm sure everybody is thinking the same thing I'm thinking, is they just got themselves some ACS cases. That's all I see, because if they don't, I want to know why. Because they should. Because if in one apartment it says that there were two adults and two other children. No, 2 adults and 1 other child. No, 3 adults. Okay. Yeah, there were 3 adults and no, there were 3 adults and 2 children. Besides the child that fell out. Okay, so y'all all there. How you just let your See, this is the question that you got to ask. What type of people are around these children? Because if it's 3 adults there, 3 children, ain't nobody say nothing about the window being open without the guard on it. Nobody. I'm sure these were neighbors. Our family. They knew them. They've been there more than once. I don't know. They're not saying if the children were the children of if that was the people there, if that was their children, if it was visitors and it was their children. But it don't even matter. Even if you living there, if I was living there, I'd be like, you better put something up there, or leave that window closed. But you know, some people, they want to be projectish, so they gonna open the window, open the screen, then complain why they got flies and mosquitoes and bees in their house. They gonna be ghetto. I mean, I'm just saying. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. I don't know. You tell me. You tell me. But I think, for me, that's they were being very, very, very dumb. Very dumb. Very, very careless. Very careless. And then you put the couch by the window so you could lay on the couch and feel the breeze. Buy a fan. Buy a fan. Okay? Somebody in that apartment is collecting a check. Somebody. Okay? Dish out the $20 for a fan. Dish it out. Because the window had to be open mad wide for a child to just fall out of it. It had to be open wide. And then the second question is, who reported? Because none of the people in the house reported that probably that the baby fell out, because none of them probably even knew the damn baby fell out. And they lucky because it is by the grace of God that baby fell on some grass, fell on something soft. Because who knows what would have happened if that baby would have fell on some straight up concrete. You know what I mean? Who knows what would have happened to that baby? Who knows? All right, let's get into the second story. But before we do, let's play these bills again. Y'all already see this stuff up on your screen. All the links are on your screen. Okay. Yeah, that's about it. All the links are on your screen. So hit them up. Hit that notification. Like, subscribe, and share if you really like this content. Let's get into the next video. The next story. This story is coming out of Henry County. Okay? That is in GA, Georgia. I'm saying it right? GA is Georgia. All right. I mean, hey, I'm just making sure. All right, let's get into the story. Hit it, Ed.
A man was sentenced to life in prison in the 2019 deaths of a pregnant teenager and her boyfriend in Henry County, officials said. Aljon Antoine Joyner, 20, pleaded guilty Wednesday to 2 counts of malice murder, felony murder, feticide, aggravated assault, armed robbery, possession of a firearm during the commission of a felony, and possession of a firearm by a person under the age of 18. Joyner, who was 17 at the time of the incident, was also sentenced to an additional 25 years. The motive for the November 2019 killings was drug-related, authorities said. Joyner had texted Savannah Fulmer, 18, and her boyfriend, Damir Robinson, 19, to meet up and buy marijuana, the Henry District Attorney's Office said. They agreed to meet in a cul-de-sac on New Orleans Way in the City Square subdivision of McDonough. But Joyner later told police he did not bring any money and intended on robbing the victims, according to authorities. While sitting inside Fulmer's car, officials said Joyner fatally shot Robinson and Fulmer in the head before fleeing. Fulmer's unborn child also died. Tara Wells called police on Thanksgiving morning after she approached the vehicle and saw a male passenger with a bullet wound to the temple, she told Channel 2 Action News days after the shooting. Fulmer was a senior at Eagles Landing High School and played for the softball team. Robinson was a 2019 graduate of Woodland High School. The two had been in a relationship for 3 years, according to the family. Fulmer's mother told the judge Wednesday about the impact of losing her only daughter, her unborn granddaughter, and Robinson, according to the DA's office.
That's messed up. Hey, why you be bringing these sad stories up in here? But that is really, really messed up. That's messed up. this happened in Henry County in Georgia. Okay, messed up. Here he was. Here is and I'm looking at the picture of these two young people, and they look happy. They look really happy. And for this dumb ass guy to think that he was going to rob them, how much you thought you was going to get? Like, really? You hitting them up for Bud. Bud, dude. Bud. Bud, you're going to jail for attempted robbery and murder of 3 people because you was going to rob them for money for some weed. Really? How much you thought you was going to get, bro? Let's be real. You see, that's what I'm saying. People, these murders like these are senseless. They're dumb. They stupid. They are just pointless murders. This man, okay, was on his softball team. Okay? The woman graduated. So she was on her way to be a mother. He was on his way to be a father. How old was these kids again? Because what I will say is this. If they were over, okay, they were 18 and 17. Now that's young. To be parents, that is young. Very young. So these were teenage parents. They were just starting their lives, really. 2 young black man, young black woman about to just start their lives. They were getting ready to start their lives together and as parents, and somebody cut it short because they wanted to rob them for some money that they called them up for to get some weed. You see how, are y'all listening to how senseless that sounds? How senseless this act is. Our prayers go out to the family of both of these people. And, dude, you're going to sit in jail for the rest of your life. I can imagine the story that you tell somebody, why you up in here for murder, or what happened. I was trying to rob this dude for $20 so I could go get something else. That just sounds real stupid, right? Because how much you think this nigga, like how much you think he was about to buy when he's about to have a child? He's about to be a father. He ain't about to spend all that money. And you gotta imagine what the pain that the family is going through. Senseless. Over a bag of weed. It's completely senseless. Listeners, if you can hear my voice, stop this. This senseless murders. They senseless murders. Over weed. You got people doing mass murders over these petty things. This man could not find another way. That's why you know he's a bum. He could not find another way to hustle up some money. He couldn't find another way. He's in the street with a gun. You can afford the gun, but can't afford no bullets, because that's what it sounds like to me. He's a bum. He is a bum. The person that committed this senseless murder is a bum, and you are going to sit in jail for the rest of your life. Okay? What I have to say to him is, get used to men. And that's all I gotta say. Get used to being in the company of men. That's it. All right. Let's end this, ladies and gentlemen. That last story was really, really sad. All right, Ed. Yeah, Ed. The last story was sad. Okay. So, I want to send my condolences out to this family. As far as the first one, these kids, may the Lord protected them because they did survive. They have some injuries. Um, they're not anything, according to the stories, they're not anything serious or like life threatening. So let's just hope that these kids, whatever the injuries are, that they do make a full recovery from them. I do hope that and pray to God for them for that one. And that's about it. Let's get out of here. Y'all know all the links and everything are right up on your screen. Hit us up on Chris Talks 1190 on YouTube. That's where this will be posted. And check out our page on Facebook. All right. Thank y'all, everybody. Thank my listeners. I want to thank everybody for listening and being here with me. You could have been anywhere else in the world, but you are here with me, and I do so appreciate that. Also, stay blessed and not stressed. You know what I'm saying? Stay blessed and not stressed. Until next episode, everybody, y'all stay good.